Konnichiwa, Minisan.
Hello and welcome to Famicast 282, your Famicast for the early parts of December 2024. I'm your host, Danny Bivens, and right now I'm joined by Mr. James Charlton.
Merry Christmas. Well, it's about the closest you're going to get to a Christmas show, isn't it?
Yeah, with the way that we do it, yeah. I will say, for our American friends out there, hope you guys enjoyed Thanksgiving. For everyone else, hope you had a good time at work or school or whatever you do.
So, all right, man, calm down.
Yeah,
we don't care. We don't care.
Yes.
And Canadians are like old.
They're like, yeah, that happened in October, idiot. Like, yeah,
yep.
I know. British people don't even have Thanksgiving. There's nothing to be thankful for.
No, we don't thank anyone.
Just kidding. Real talk. Is there like a Thanksgiving-y type of like holiday in the UK?
No, it's all messed up, man. I mean, the food is all reversed and messed up between our countries. Like we have turkey at Christmas, right?
Like it for my family. Sometimes we do turkey, sometimes we do ham. This kind of depends, but
yeah, like family gathering, everyone comes around. Your annoying uncle says racist things. That all happens at Christmas, not Thanksgiving.
Okay, well, America might happen at both.
Yeah, right. Plenty of racist uncles to go around.
There it is.
But yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, it's the same in like Japan. It's different yet again. It's like Christmas. Yeah, go on a date with your girlfriend. Fuck your family. You're not seeing your family on Christmas.
You go to work.
Yeah, go to work. After work, go on a date with your girlfriend. Go home and then open presents or whatever.
Yeah, if you have any.
Exactly. So yeah, it's all different. Different cultures for different needs, innit?
Another exciting episode for you guys today. Got some cool games to talk about here. Ty's going to be joining us here in a little bit. Right now, we got Lemonade in the chat.
Coming at us live.
He said, "Hey, I'm still not used to this time. My phone reminded me that it just started. Good. I'm glad the YouTube notifications are working. That's good to hear."
It also reminded me I'm on the podcast. So
yeah, sure.
There it is. Yeah, it's because it says it's in 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh, right, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I should probably wear some clothes.
Right. Or not. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I guess let's just go ahead and kick things off with some new business. And JC,
yes,
would you mind kicking us off?
Well, we'll talk about, me and Danny are going to tag team one game. But the video viewers, you may have seen this amazing Zelda mug, which I've been having, the past few episodes. Thanks very much. I got it from the Nintendo store in Tokyo, and I actually just coincidentally I went back today. I wasn't meaning to. I was just hanging out with Reggie, actually, friend of the show, and we're in Shibuya. I'm like, oh yeah, Shibuya, that's where the Nintendo store is. Yeah, I should probably go there. So I ended up going to Nintendo store completely by accident.
Nice.
And it's they had so much. Well, it's obviously a little bit Christmassy-ish, I guess.
Sure.
They do have some Christmas decorations. It's not like full on Christmas, but they seem to have changed everything. Like they had a lot of. I actually have some photos I took, so I'll share those. Sorry for the audio listeners, rip, but please do enjoy. So yeah, I don't know if this is does it look Christmassy? I don't know. There's tins of stuff, but there's they had some new figures which are not amiibo.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of more realistic. Or
sure.
more...
Like they've had these, at least the first time I went in 2021. Yeah. They're kind of expensive. Like when I first went, they were pretty pricey, and they just added a Pikmin one maybe earlier this year or maybe last year or something.
I mean, that link is way better than my P-Stand link, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, if you're in the audio version, they're like these big kind of figurines that they sell in like these. Oh my God, what's the shape? Cylinder.
the disc.
cylinder-like packages.
Yeah,
They're pretty
Mario's on some blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's an inkling and a link on a circular disc. But yeah, they're way more detailed than the amiibos.
Sure.
More. Yeah, Splatoon. I mean, Splatoon stuff was absolutely mental. They had so much new stuff. I mean, it's like I just look at it and it's like, well, I want everything, but it's also expensive, and I can't afford everything.
Sure.
So I'm just going to look and take some pictures, which is why I took pictures. But like, yeah, they've even split it into like regular, you know, turf war stuff and like salmon run stuff. I guess salmon run is like, you know, taking off. So like, you know, they've got plates, cutlery. It's like a bomb plushie.
Yeah.
There's Judd the cat, you know, key rings and stuff like that. They've had those squid cushions for a while. Yeah, and then they've got like, yeah, this is all like salmon run. So they've got like the salmon run jerseys, frying pan. I guess it's like yeah, the golden egg kind of imprint at the bottom of the frying pan or something like that.
Okay.
Inflatable golden egg as well.
There you go. You can cook it with the frying pan.
Yeah, the small fry, the new little kind of helper character from Splatoon 3 from the story mode. Gloves, which look like, you know, the salmon run gloves, because in salmon run you wear more kind of protective gear because you're going in like a gross environment.
Right.
So I don't know. They look like maybe cooking. What do you call them? Oven gloves, maybe.
Yeah, I mean that, or like washing dishes and like all that type of stuff.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, rubber gloves. So yeah, some nice glasses as well. Like glasses, as in drinking glasses. Not wearing cups.
Yeah, there you go.
Some very stylish Zelda notebooks, like really, really classy. Like looks like almost like, you know, like something from Tears of the Kingdom, you know, that you would actually have in the game or something. It's like a leather embossed, well, I don't know if it's real leather, but embossed cover to it. Yeah, really, really like high quality, like, you know, things that adults would use, not kids. Like,
yeah, I bought,
also,
maybe it's like Club Nintendo or something, or My Nintendo, but like earlier, like right after when Tears came out, they had like a hardbound notebook that I just got. I think maybe with points or something, but it's pretty nice. Okay. Like a real book, it almost looks like. And I'm not gonna write that thing.
This kind of soft, just kind of plain green one with the I don't know which logo that's from. Maybe
the Kingdom of Hyrule crest.
Yeah, is only 858 yen, but this leather style book is almost 4,000 yen. You know, for Americans that's like $20. But for us, 4,000 yen, that's a lot of money. If you're earning in yen, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're American or somewhere else, yeah, go nuts. Enjoy everything half price. This is new. A bath mat in the shape of the paraglider from Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that earlier this year. Like it's I think that one's quite expensive too.
Yeah, let's see if we can see the price on this. Oh no, no, I don't think that's the price. I would guess it would be at least 6,000.
I thought it was maybe close to like 10,000.
Yeah, I could easily. It's very high quality, very thick, very well made. I don't. Maybe it could be an entrance mat. I guess
it could be. I'm trying to remember what it was.
I said bath mat. That was just my instinct, but I guess it could be an entrance mat. Looks very rugged, and the bottom was rubberized and waterproof.
Sure.
So I guess you could just use it for both. Yeah, these are like the little Korok guys, with the big backpack, the ones that you have to kind of reunite with their buddy in Tears of the Kingdom. They've got like little plushy keychain versions of those. That was new. These Pikmin were just part of the decorations. This wasn't. You couldn't buy this, but yeah, loads of new Pikmin stuff. Like how would you describe? Oh yeah, Pikmin flower pot. Vases, which is a really good idea. I can't believe they haven't done that before. It just makes so much sense, right? Because like Pikmin have flowers coming out of the head, like yeah. And I think they've had the tokens. I don't even know what you call it because I don't play Pikmin. But the
little things where
the discs that they carry, with numbers on the top.
Yeah, and that determines how many Pikmin are going to be, like, I guess, birthed out of that thing.
Yeah, and it's like a little case, like a metallic tin with those, and a clock, and some badges with like a little wooden frame. Again, very more detailed figures, kind of like, I don't know if they just did figures for every single Nintendo franchise. It feels like that. It felt like that. They had them, a lot of them everywhere. I didn't take photos of the whole store because it was crazy busy and there was just too many people.
Sure.
Back to Splatoon stuff. The Salmon Run again. The what do you call this thing? The life preserver thing. That's what you have on your back when you're in Salmon Run mode. Like when you're playing normal Splatoon, it's got like a transparent tank on your back with the ink in. But on Salmon Run, you have one of these on your back. The ink kind of goes round in a circle, and I guess it's a cushion. And they had some very stylish backpacks, which were 6,300 yen, almost 6,400 yen. Really cool backpacks. And it doesn't say the word Splatoon or Salmon Run on it at all. It's all in the in-universe text and in-universe logos and stuff. So it's really stylish. It's kind of like, if you know, you know.
Exactly.
And this is a Salmon Run. I don't know what this is. Another kind of golden egg thing. I don't know what that is, actually. I can't read what it says on the side. Oh, no, it's in the Splatoon language. That's why. Which I can't read, by the way, Danny, in case you ask me.
Okay, well, I figured you
not a
played
true
lot.
fan.
Yeah, a loser.
More golden egg like keychains and stuff, and then one more photo. Yeah, again, more highly detailed models of like little fry guy and little skateboards. I get these are all items that you. Well, I don't know if you played Splatoon 3 for more than 5 minutes, Danny, but
A little bit.
you have a locker, and it's got a new store in Splatoon 3 where you it's like a goods store, like a merchandise store where you can buy items like to put in your locker, some of which are like skateboards, headphones, the weapons that you buy in the store. You can get like little 3D models of everything in the game.
Right.
And it looks like they kind of started to make all of those things in real life. So like you've got like, some shoes, like trainers and
little ones too, right?
Yeah, little one, like little skateboards, like, the finger skateboards with Splatoon stuff on. Those pink inflatable things that you see in the stages, like in the firing range that you can practice your aiming on and stuff like that. Just like so many things, and stickers of all of those things. So yeah, they have gone absolutely apeshit with like new merch, new stuff. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, it's kind of like, you should come to Japan and buy some of this stuff, but at the same time, like, hope you don't like money. It's gonna eat up all of your savings.
Balls in the chat was just saying that too. He's like, so much. And what he says is, so much cool merch. Do they sell any of this stuff online? I assume it's all in-store only. And like a lot of it, they do. A lot of it you can get on My Nintendo Japan. But like, again, that's just Japan only. There are some times where there are exclusives or, but a lot of it you can.
Well, Danny, you'd know this better than me, but like, are there stuff that's only on the My Nintendo store, like the online one? Are they not in the physical shop? Because it felt like they had fucking everything in the store.
Usually not. Usually there might be something exclusive to the store. It's kind of hard to keep track. There's so much stuff. Like when they first opened up, they were pretty good about making articles on the NCL website about what's coming out and stuff. But these days, it's just, if you want to keep track of that, you have to be following like My Nintendo Store or the Nintendo Tokyo, Nintendo Osaka, Nintendo Kyoto on social media, Twitter only. Maybe Facebook or Instagram. I'm not sure, but so it's really hard to keep track of all that stuff. So,
I apologize to the audio listeners. Maybe check out the YouTube version after the fact and just kind of fast forward, rewind to to that section just to check out the photos. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd say too, if you guys out there like videos, I did do a video tour of Nintendo Osaka earlier this year, and a lot of this stuff, they just kind of maybe put in this year or maybe late last year or something like that. But I mean, if you haven't been for a few years, it was quite different. And I mean, if you've never been, it's freaking amazing. They have like literally every single amiibo. I think they have every first party Nintendo game. Wow. You can buy the Famicom controllers, the Super Famicom controllers. I think you have to be a My Nintendo member and stuff like that in Japan. Sure. But yeah.
Oh, on the TV screen when I walked in, I didn't take a photo of it, but it had Nintendo Music app ads running.
Nice.
On which that was also new. So,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think. When was it? What's the day that they released the music? Is it a Tuesday or Monday?
Yeah, for Japan it's like a Tuesday, so it might be Monday night if you're in North America.
Europe, right. And they just they dropped like Splatoon 2, and then that was Splatoon 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the newest one. Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
which I think Splatoon 2 has better music than Splatoon 3. To be honest.
All right, mate, calm down.
Yes.
Yep. In terms of games, I've been playing Echoes of Wisdom more. I just finished the Ice Mountain section of the game, and it's pretty much like near the end of the game now. I think there's maybe like one more section to do, and then head to the main boss. But I don't have any new feelings on the game. It's like I'm still enjoying it. There are some things which are a little bit weird about how you maneuver around the world, which I'll probably talk about in the Famies and stuff like that. But yes. Oh, a wild Thai has a beard.
Yes.
Stay out of the tall grass.
Ty is escaping the tall grass, and he's here now. Ty, what's up, man?
It's my turf. Not much, dog. Just got off work and beeline straight home.
Nice.
To the podcast.
If I throw my balls at you, do I somehow keep you, Ty? Is that right? Is that how it works?
Listen here, Jack. I'm straight.
No, it's the Pokemon thing. Anyway.
Oh.
So yeah, and the other game, probably I'm going to tag team Danny. So, Danny, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so there's a couple of there's another game there's a game I'd literally been playing just like as of like yesterday. Oh my god, the card game that everyone's crazy about. Oh my god,
Balanza.
Thank you. I've actually been playing that. I had like a free thing on Apple Arcade. Then I was like, okay, let's try this with my controller. Tried it. I was like, this is cool. Bought it on Switch this evening. Played a little bit more. It's fun.
Oh, it's free on Apple Arcade?
It's free on Apple Arcade.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why would you need to buy the Switch version? You can just use your Pro controller on the Apple Arcade.
I also have my other controller thing too, but it's like that's just a temporary thing that I got for free. I'm not going to pay for that. So,
right. After it expires, no more game. Right.
Yeah. So I figured, just throw it down. But what I wanted to talk about today is not that. This is something that I was going to kind of try to put this in the news, but I figured let's just kind of just put this in here. And after the last episode, Nintendo went a little bit crazy with some Donkey Kong stuff on the Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh shit! Yeah, they did. Like it was insane, wasn't it? Like the amount. Like me and Danny talking last night. Between then and now, things have changed. It's like it can't keep up.
Oh man, no, absolutely. And the reason is it's obviously we talked about in the last episode of the show. The Donkey Kong attraction is opening up at Universal Studios Japan next week on December 11th. So I think Nintendo wants to kind of put Donkey Kong up front and center. I could understand that. It's a pretty big deal, to be doing that. Yeah, I know it's in Japan only right now, but that'll go to other, Universal locations and stuff like that too. But anyways, just to, I guess to just throw it out there just in case you didn't know. Yeah, so the Game Boy versions of the Donkey Kong Country games known as Donkey Kong Land are now all available on Nintendo Switch Online on the Game Boy app. And so I know some of you guys might
experience the trilogy.
Yeah, some of you guys might know this, but the Japanese names and the English names are completely different, and it's kind of confusing. And
it's almost as bad as Final Fantasy during the 90s.
It's absolutely
it's kind of like that.
pretty much the same. And okay,
One
so
is
Donkey
3,
Kong,
6 is 4, 2 is 1, 3 is
right?
6.5 divided by 2 equals the Japanese name.
So Donkey Kong Land 1, what do you guys think that's called in Japanese? Any ideas?
Well, Donkey Kong Land 1, obviously Donkey Kong Land. Right?
You would think so, right? Ty, do you know about these weird names for these?
I heard about it, but then I forgot. I'm gonna I'll enter a Donkey Kong County as my joke answer.
Pretty close. No, so the first game in Japan is called Super Donkey Kong GB. Donkey Kong Country in Japan was referred to as Super Donkey Kong at the time, so they were kind of sticking with that. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. GB being Game Boy, that makes sense. So Donkey Kong Land 2 comes out, and
yeah, that's a Japanese thing, isn't it? To write MD or GB or like SF, you know, they add those kind of letters for the console at the end.
XD,
yeah,
LOL.
Some things make sense. I mean, GB, that makes sense. I mean, Game Boy, I get that. If it's a Game Boy game, and I think they used it for not only Donkey Kong but also other things as well. But Donkey Kong Land 2 is when things started getting a little bit weird, because the Japanese title for Donkey Kong Land 2 is Donkey Kong Land, no numbers. And then after that,
I love it.
Then after that, what was even better, so Donkey Kong Land 3 came out on the Game Boy in the West and English-speaking territories and stuff like that. They also changed from, just regular numbers to Roman numerals, which is weird. And
makes sense to me.
Okay. But in Japan, they were going to call the Game Boy version of Donkey Kong Land 3 Donkey Kong Land 2.
Yeah. And that's the Mario Advance way. Just stick to the Mario Advance rules.
But it's kind of a weird thing, because Donkey Kong Land 3, aka Donkey Kong Land 2 in Japan, was canceled and then pushed over to the Game Boy Color to be released as Super Donkey Kong GB, Dinky Kong and Dixie Kong.
Okay. Oh, Dinky Kong.
Yeah. So I
love Dinky Kong.
Dinky. What's his name? I believe his name's Kitty. Kitty Kong, I think.
That's right, Kitty Kong.
Wow. Yeah. So they totally kind of screwed that up. But like I said, with Donkey Kong Country or Donkey Kong Land 3, the Japanese version, Dinky Kong, Dixie Kong, whatever, that was a Game Boy Color exclusive in Japan. It did not come out in Game Boy Color in any other region, which is pretty interesting. And it also came out like a little over 2 years later than it did in English-speaking territories, which is kind of weird. But
neat, something to look for next time I go to Super Potato.
Yeah. So I think that one's actually quite expensive. I did buy like a physical copy of the first game for, I don't know, 800 yen, like pretty damn cheap. But yeah. Anyways, so I know James has at least played the first game in this series. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. But Ty, have you ever played any of these Game Boy Donkey Kongs?
Actually, I never did.
Okay. Because me back in the day,
why would you? Why would anyone?
Right.
I mean,
I have the real Donkey Kong at home.
Right.
Like literally.
Yeah. That's kind of, I think that's kind of how I was. I mean, I had a Game Boy at the time, but I wasn't really playing too much on it. We're just kind of focusing on Super Nintendo. Yeah, maybe we play Tetris or something like that. But the Game Boy is kind of seeing a resurgence in, I think, a lot of games in like the mid to late 90s. Obviously, Pokemon helped kind of propel that even more, later on. But
how I did have the first one.
Did you? Okay.
I think I got it like secondhand. I think I bought it from a friend for something like £2 or something like that. Like
Nice.
he didn't want it, and I was like, oh cool, yellow cartridge, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I played it, completed it in 35 minutes or whatever. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I did have a Super Nintendo at the time. yeah. But I do have maybe I have more nostalgia for the Game Boy than you guys, because I was a Game Boy kid rather than an NES kid like you two were.
Sure.
Right. So the music, the look, I do have the feels for that style of game. So yeah, I played it on Switch. Yeah, it's good. It's cool. With the Game Boy Color ishness to it. Just Donkey Kong is brown. Everything else is weird non-color color.
Yeah, I got some video footage of it too, and
nice.
And yeah, again, I'm playing with the Game Boy Color filter that they have on here. Apparently, with the Super Game Boy, there's a lot more stuff that you could do. And I think here I was just showing the in the video, showing the title screens, how they're different. This is the English one with just Donkey Kong Land, and then we can go back here and we can see Super Donkey Kong GB right here. So
yeah, the katakana just says Super Donkey Kong at the top, by the way.
Right. So we won't be talking about the second one or the third one on Game Boy Color. That'll have to be a topic of discussion for another time. But yeah, I mean, like James said,
Danny, who are the developers of this?
Rare.
Like all three?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like what? When the third one came out, weren't they were busy with like something like on the 64 at that point?
Maybe because the third one came out in 97. So I mean, this is just light reading that I did about these games. Like apparently they kind of took the tech that they used to put all this stuff on the Super Nintendo and just still have the same kind of characters, but kind of just like poured it down so it's on the Game Boy. Obviously, it's 8-bit, not colored and stuff like that. So it's quite different. But I still think that it captures the feel of what they could pull up on the Super Nintendo on the small screen pretty well. I mean, like right now on the video, you can see it's water level Donkey Kong swimming. I think looks pretty nice considering the hardware that they're working with there.
That's like this. The Game Boy Color wasn't out at this point, was it?
Yeah, Game Boy Color came out in 1998. So when this game came out in 97 in English-speaking territories, the Game Boy Color wasn't out yet.
So how did they get Donkey Kong like to be brown? Like
that's just a standard feature of like the Game Boy Color and the Super Game Boy. There's
I know you could flick between certain palettes, right?
Yes, but also in the Game Boy Color and the Super Game Boy, there was like a built-in library where it would recognize certain cartridges and give them a pre-assigned color.
Yeah,
I see. So that was stored on the device itself?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Like high-profile games, they will automatically go into certain colors. You boot them up.
So they had like a little memory chip on the circuit board, which stored like color profiles for, God knows how many games.
Yeah. There's probably a full list online for like super nerds who want to look it up. But that's a thing.
That's pretty cool. And it does have unique creatures as well, doesn't it, Danny? Like these are not in well, unless it's supposed to be the octopus. But this guy's not in the original.
Yeah, what the hell is that fish?
Right. Yeah. There's some if you're listening to the audio version, there are several creatures that are different. Like these in the water level, there's like it almost looks like a coconut shell opening up and then kind of going back and forth, coming down at you and stuff like that.
You got the spiky tires. Yeah.
Now that you mention it, I remember I think on the box art for Donkey Kong Land 2 or 3, there's like some weird fucking random Kong with a fedora. Does this ring any bells for anyone? I remember seeing it and thinking, who the hell is that? And then moving on with my life.
I think it was in I think we've talked about this, like in a quiz or something like that. I don't.
Yeah, who is like, Fedora Kong?
Yeah, like fake or real or something. But I think
what's
it was
his Reddit username.
Right. Fedora Kong. I think it was maybe in a manual, but then not used in the game.
Yeah, or maybe I saw it in Nintendo Power Magazine or something.
Yeah, sure. Like it probably later turned into Funky or Swanky or something like that. Right. Swanky Kong or whatever.
By the way, I just wanted to talk about this level that's on the screen right now for the video viewers and stuff. There is a level where you're jumping on this platform that every time you jump, it changes directions where it's going. And there's certainly a certain area where it can move. And this is probably the most annoying level in the game. And I really absolutely hated it because there are some places where you really have to be really precise. I think the only downfall, the only thing I don't like about this game is that, with the real estate of the Game Boy screen, and also when you're blowing up sprites this big to make them look good, it makes it so it's kind of hard to see enemies coming in.
Welcome to Game Boy Land.
Right. Verticality can be kind of weird sometimes. Sometimes enemies just seemingly come out of nowhere, but it's just, it's a limit of just the screen real estate and stuff like that. And I get it, but most of the time it's not that big of a deal. And I usually play pretty safely when I'm playing any game, like on the Game Boy. I'm a pretty cautious gamer, but even more so with this game.
Collision detecting is a little bit random as well sometimes. Like you feel like you've killed something and it doesn't, and then you feel like you missed something and then it kills you. You know, it's like you have a little bit of clipping or delay or something.
Oh yeah,
the classic scrub quote. I googled Fedora Kong. Apparently, he only appeared in Nintendo Power magazine. And
okay.
I guess he was an early builds of Game Boy Land, but they cut him.
Okay.
I can't imagine why.
Danny, did you know about the third one, the Japan exclusive one? Like when you play it in black and white and color, it's different.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Huh?
So I only just found out about this today. So if you play Donkey Kong, what's it called? The third one, Diddy Kong, not Diddy Kong.
You mean the Game Boy Color one?
Yeah, the third one.
Super Donkey Kong GB, Dinky Kong, and Dixie Kong.
That one. If you play it in black and white, because this is based on Donkey Kong Country 3, which has I'm not going to say open world, but it has a larger world map, and it has these bear creatures that you can talk to, and it's like a little bit of a fetch quest and stuff like that, right? So if you play it in black and white, those characters and the overworld and the bear characters completely static, just frozen in black and white.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry, got it the wrong way around. Sorry, in color they're frozen. In black and white they move.
Okay.
Oh, it's one. I think I fucked it up. It's one of those two.
One of those, yeah, gotcha.
It would make sense that they wouldn't be able to animate it in color, right? Because that's it would take more memory and more frames to do that. Yeah, I think the black and white is animated. The color it's static. Yeah, maybe possibly because of memory limitations, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. Yeah. So you'd actually, if you want to actually see some nice animation, play it in black and white. If you want to see it in color without animation, do that.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
Yeah.
Or just play the fucking Super Nintendo versions. They're on the Switch app anyway. So
well, I'd say, if you do have Nintendo Switch Online, there's really no reason not to play these unless you absolutely hate Donkey Kong. I mean, if you've never played these before, it's kind of just like a lost episode of some kind of lost Donkey Kong game or something. That's kind of what it feels like. Just like stages that you missed out on or something like that. Essentially, that's kind of what they are. I think even with the button limitations, it's still fine.
It'd be like DLC these days, wouldn't it?
Thank you. Yes, that's right. But yeah, so I'm if you guys like any videos that I make, I'm working on like a video review of this to talk a little bit more about this and even some collectibles, physical version of this and a couple of other things. So if you guys are into that, look forward to that when I finish it. So, but yeah, well, from here, let's pass things over to Tyrone.
Okay, let's see. What did I scribble down in my notes? Oh yeah, I've been playing Palworld all weekend. So like I was just hanging around minding my own business when I saw on my favorite Xbox website that Palworld had just gotten some updates, and I'm like, oh, word. So I decided to check the achievements and check Game Pass to see if it was still on there, and it is.
Amazing.
Yeah, and there's 700 new points worth of achievements. So I've been in there. I just picked up right where I left off after blowing through all the achievements in one weekend back when the game dropped.
Right. I mean, yeah, we talked about that. That was maybe the second episode of the year, actually. So it's kind of comes full circle.
Yeah, and by picking up where I left off, I mean more like remembering how to play the game.
Sure.
I like how Ty sees Palworld in the news, like because it's going through legal, like Nintendo like won the court case against them, and does like, oh, cool, I should play Palworld again.
No, I just saw new update, new content. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I checked to see if there were new achievements, and then I went back in.
Yeah, and to be fair, I don't think they've quite lost yet. I think they're still in litigation.
Right. Yeah. Didn't it turn out to be like one like minor thing?
I'm not sure.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know if like the vibe I get. I examine legal precedent based on vibes.
Yeah. It's the way to go, man.
I kind of get the feeling that case isn't really going to go anywhere. I mean, but in any case, I have the game in my hands right now, and I'm playing it. So they added like new islands. They upped the level cap. A lot of new critters to catch. A lot of new base improvements you can get. Like you might remember if you played when it launched, like you might remember struggling to get enough ore and shit like that. Well, now you can just make an ore mine in your base.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's a new resource that you can deal with, which is oil. And that's right. You have to set up a base somewhere where there's oil, and you start drilling for oil.
Wow. Okay.
Yeehaw.
Right.
It's the Texas DLC. Brilliant.
Right.
Yes. Yeehaw. Yes. And I'll tell everybody who is going to play this some very important information. There is a place with 3 oil drilling spots in the radius of 1 base in the west side of the big volcano island, the hot island. I don't remember if they even have names, but it's all the way on the west. Pretty easy to find. I just like Googled it, and there's a 10-second YouTube video pointing like it's here. So if you want like 3 spots to drill for oil on 1 base, there you go.
Perfect length, 10-second video. There you go.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Like on my YouTube feed right now, there's a video like, wow, this rare moment in this game will never happen again. And the video is fucking 3 hours long.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a long time. Yeah.
I just want to see the cool thing and then move on.
No, you can't. You got to watch it all.
Yep.
I love this screenshot Danny's got up right now. There's a girl with a minigun shooting a Pokemon in the face. It's great.
And
Mike,
Mike from Monsters Inc. is right next to her too.
That's right.
Yep.
Oh,
True.
I love Pikachu, Squandle, Chariton, all of those favorite Pokemons.
the duck who is named Fuak. Don't forget about him.
Oh yeah, Fuak.
Yes, I love Fuak.
That's right. Fleedle.
All right.
Pinkadonk. Yeah, love all those.
Right. They've enabled ways to get more resources like in base, so you don't have to farm them so much on your own, and you can just stick to like managing your sweatshop. Yeah.
Nice.
But for those cases of resources where you cannot just farm them at your base, like the electric organs that electric pals drop, you just like you have to get your assault rifle and just fucking like how rich assholes like to hunt animals from a helicopter.
Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing, but I guess it makes sense.
That's what I'm doing. Okay. I saddled up a flying pal, and I am just like fucking airdropping in Far Cry 5 and just like killing everything.
Okay. It's almost like Crocodile Dundee and how he fishes in like the bay in New York or something with dynamite,
Yeah.
Fuck it.
And of course, this game still gives you like a ton of customization. Like it's built for someone to run a server, but if you're playing single player, you can like fiddle with all the like the damage ratios and things. So I can make these Pokemon fight each other, or I could just shoot them once in the face with this assault rifle and they die.
God,
it's very realistic. Yep. So yeah, they added a lot of new bosses, new areas. Yeah, just more stuff if you haven't played it in like the last 12 months.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm having a good time with it.
That's a 2024 game officially.
Yes.
Damn. Wow.
And later on in the episode for news, there is a little bit about Palworld in the news, and I think it is significant what it is. It's kind of surprising what it is, and the company too, Pocket Pair, is that the name, Ty?
I don't know. Yeah, it sounds right.
Okay, I could be wrong, but they're a Japanese company, so I thought that kind of would fit in nicely with the Japanese, and also Ty suggested it too. So
Yep.
And just to be clear too, in this photo that's on the video version right now, this is an oil refinery that you can make in the game.
Is it?
I don't know.
No,
Is it?
I think that's a place you can go. I haven't been there. Like the oil pump you make is like the size as any of the other bullshit structures you make in your base. Like not super big.
Okay. I saw this, and then because when I was getting the screenshots, I saw this and I saw like the minerals. I was like, what? Why? And then you started talking about it. I was like, wait a second. Is this like an oil refinery in like the ocean?
Bullshit. That's Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah. Excuse me.
That's the Phantom Pain right there.
Yeah.
Welcome home, boss. So yeah, I'll report into the Discord when I get to the oil rig.
Okay. Perfect.
Appreciate it. One small thing, I meant to play it last night, but I didn't have time. New fighting game came out. Diesel Legacy. If you follow Scrub Quotes, you may have seen the giveaway from 18 months ago. Yep. Yeah, everybody who won who forgot about it, and a lot of people were surprised at some DMs they got. But I got it. I mean, I haven't had time to play it yet, but wait, I couldn't talk about it, but I played like the beta, like I played a closed beta. I did some semi-official testing on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And yeah, so it's like it's a 2-on-2 fighting game.
Okay.
Right. I mean, maybe as free for all, I don't even remember at this point, but it has like a lane system, like the old Fatal Fury games did, or Guilty Gear Isuka, which I know all you guys have played a lot.
Absolutely.
Because it's the most famous fighting game of all time.
Yes. I enjoyed it on the Game Boy Color.
Yeah. So, I think there's a lot of fun to be had. It borrows a lot of mechanics from other fighting games. Like, there's a really cool feature. Like, you play Tone 2, but if your partner dies, they kind of possess your body in this. So they can do some functions. Like, they can parry for you while you're doing your regular fighting game bullshit, and it's very fun. Very fun.
It's kind of like a double dash type of thing for maybe.
Yeah,
so James can understand.
That's a good comparison to make. So I'm definitely going to be playing it a lot this week. Later.
Okay. What's the title again?
Diesel Legacy.
Diesel Legacy, like diesel fuel legacy.
Yeah. It's kind of like an Art Deco steampunk kind of vibe.
Okay.
Yeah. And it has really fucking good netcode, like the best.
Okay.
So that's good. That's taken care of.
Okay.
Better than Smash Brothers? Wow.
I don't know. I don't know, Ty.
that's a high benchmark there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yikes. So maybe keep an eye out for that. I think it's 20% off, and it is on Switch. It's like 20% off like the first week, and I don't think it's even expensive. It might be only like a $20 game.
Okay.
Might be a $40 game. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. I already have it, so
yeah,
20% off.
Yeah. So check that out. It is on Switch. Possible game night game. We'll see.
There it is.
Yeah.
Crossplay?
I think it is. Actually, don't quote me on that. I don't actually know.
Crossplay confirmed. Ties, you're good.
Right.
I just got it like late last night. I have not had time to play or look up anything. And I only have like half remembered things from like the early beta. So
sure, man.
I cannot help you other than telling
letting us know it exists.
And it's fun.
Okay.
It's fun.
Yeah. If it's rollback netcode, it's like on Switch. Yeah, it's like it's not usually going to be crossplay. Are there any crossplay rollback fighting games?
Yes.
Switch and Xbox. Yeah.
Oh, Switch? Hell no.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's probably not crossplay.
The funny not Smash Brothers game we were playing.
That probably is, but
that's crossplay.
Brawlhalla?
Yeah, Brawlhalla.
Brawlhalla's probably the one exception to that rule.
Well, so what other game has a bunch of Switch players shitting things up? Wait, Strive. Guilty Gear Strive. Is that out yet?
I've seen YouTube commercials for that actually.
The Switch
Yeah.
version, right? That we played at TGS, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that comes out in January.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
that's a bit too early for YouTube commercials, isn't it?
yeah. Well, I mean, they can also just promote the game as it exists on other platforms as well.
Sure.
Yeah,
Coming to
but,
Switch.
Yeah, it was
well,
specifically a Switch commercial. Like it showed
Okay.
the Switch. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was like, oh, cool, that game that Ty talks about.
yeah.
yeah.
I played it. I played it.
Interesting note. Diesel Legacy beating 2X KO to market. That's a thing for the 2-on-2 2D fighting game space.
There it
Or
is.
would you call it 2.5D because it has lanes?
Maybe.
Yes.
That kind of makes more sense.
Yeah. Love lanes. Lanes are fun. I think okay, do you guys know what Guilty Gear Asuka is?
No.
All right, good. I get to explain this to you. All right, so Guilty Gear, good old fashioned 2D hardcore fighting game. And so back in PS2 era, they just put all the characters into a 4-player fighting game, which had 2 lanes.
Okay.
And I thought it was very fun, but like it didn't really make a lot of sense. Like, I want to say if you played Free for All, it kind of ended up being like the worst kind of Kingmaker game. You know what I mean? Where like maybe you couldn't win, but you can determine who wins.
Okay.
It's often the case in Smash Brothers free for alls, but maybe not as bad as it was. And a lot of the moves that the characters had were really not intended for 4-player situations.
Okay.
You can kind of see, especially when you have weird guys like Potemkin who can like knock people down from full screen and then like just Potemkin buster him, which is it's a throw. It does like 60% life. The classic. So imagine that, but good.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Guess I can do that.
But I still like Guilty Gear Asuka. It's a guilty pleasure for me, and it has an amazing soundtrack.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, they stole the guy that made "I Want to Be the Guy." You remember that funny meme game?
Oh yeah.
A lot of the music in that game was just swiped from Guilty Gear Asuka.
Okay. All right.
I think that's it for me. But I do want to tell you guys about one very funny thing I saw.
Okay.
While we're talking about Guilty Gear. So the Guilty Gear game before the current one, Strive, Guilty Gear Zerd.
Oh, right.
Right.
3.
Because they always have cool
5.
names. Yes, Guilty Gear Egg Salad.
Right.
Yeah. I remember.
It still has a player base. I think it got a rollback update at some point. And there's an amazing fighting game player / content creator named Krakatoa.
Okay.
And he or some guys he's in conjunction with have created a mod for the PC version, which is pretty much like a drag and drop DLL. You can just slap it in. It's pretty easy. And what it does is it creates webhooks for your game.
Okay.
So here's what fucking happens. Like when he instant kills somebody, it like auto posts to Twitter, look at this dummy.
Oh wow, okay. That's interesting.
And like I've seen him just do like the funniest shit. Like, look at this dummy. He got his burst thrown.
It was me.
Yeah, and then like I saw a clip where he activated Danger Time, and Danger Time in Guilty Gear is when 2 players, like when 2 attacks connect, it clashes.
Okay.
And when there's a clash, there's a random chance that Danger Time activates, and it shows like this red alert thing in game, and like all the damage is doubled for like 10 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of a way to artificially cook up some hype moments. And he had set this up to like these red lights and sirens in his house. So I watched him activate Danger Time, and then like the lights go out and these red lights start spinning, and there's like an alarm sound, and it was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Like he could, like when he tested it, he like couldn't get through it without cracking up. And
Yeah,
he's like, yes, it
Jesus.
worked. So
Awesome.
if you want to get into some amazing nerd shit, like just check his Bluesky, possibly Twitter. I don't know if he's still on there, and it's solid gold. You could download the mod yourself if you're a Guilty Gear enjoyer.
There it is.
So, oh yes, and of course, you can also hook it up to Twitch. So, like, it will automatically do Twitch commands when something happens in games, and I think that's a thing that developers should take a very serious look at. So when he Potemkin busters somebody randomly gets banned from chat. It's so good. All right, just had to nerd out about that, but I think that's an amazing idea, and I'm looking forward to seeing more games use that in the future.
Right on.
Nice.
The comedy potential is just through the roof.
Yep. Available now on Nintendo. No, it's not.
On Steam.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, cool. Alrighty. Well, I think that is going to do it for the new business. So let's go ahead and move on to a little bit of Now Playing at Famicast.com. Now Playing at Famicast.com. Lots of stuff going up on YouTube and the website. And just give you guys a little bit of an update on what's to come. So first off, right after the last episode of the show, we did do our Famicast game night for autumn 2024. Russ popped in, Lemonade popped in, me and Ty were there. We played, what the hell were we playing, man? That game that Russ suggested, what the hell was that called?
The Penguin game?
The Penguin, Fast Penguin, which is...
Yeah, Fast with like 2 or 3 or 4 A's.
Yeah, some
Fast Penguin.
Normal amount of A's. But that was actually pretty fun. And then we played some Dead by Daylight, which was always some good time. And yeah, so that was fun. Other than that, if you've been paying attention to the YouTube channel, or if you want something to watch or something to read, I did do a review for Platform 8, the follow-up to the Exit 8, a creepy game that came out on Switch, and it's been out on PC for a while. And Platform 8's been out for a while too, but now it's available on PlayStation platforms, PC obviously, and then on the Switch. So I went ahead and checked that out. The different thing with this game is it's like you're inside of a train facing all these anomalies and just trying to get out and stuff. It's not like hard to play, but it's, kind of a creepy game, and I liked it a lot. So if you're into semi-creepy things that's relatively cheap and not really long, I think it's at least worth checking out my review, or maybe even just checking out the game.
Yeah, or just watch your favorite VTubers play it.
Yeah. There are tons of people like, VTubers and like, streamers and stuff playing it too. So like, yeah, you can probably find something that you like with that. So
nobody can sell it better than they can.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's for sure. Better than me. Damn. But yeah, then just to let you guys know too, the next episode of the Famicast is going to be the Fammies 2024, our Game of the Year awards show. That's going to be coming up in 2 weeks from today on December 18th, I believe is the date. It is. That's live. If you're listening to the audio version, that's going to be on the 20th. So look forward to that. Tons of guest appearances. No, probably no world exclusives, but hey, you never know. Never know what we're going to have there.
Yeah, knowing Nintendo will get announced, after the show is already done, something like that.
Right, exactly.
Nice. Switch 2 trailer, boom, day after the Famicast.
It could be, but
10 seconds after ending broadcast.
Yeah, all this and more. Famicast.com. All right, and this time actually, Ty, what the hell are we doing now, man?
Good question. JAPANews?
That's right. That's right, folks. James, can you confirm? There it is.
Good luck to Google with that one.
They already do a very terrible job of doing it anyway. So anyway, whatever.
Famicast. Welcome to Famicast.
Every time, I can't tell you how many I go in and okay, God, it's annoying. Every non-podcast video, I go in and clean up the text. It is a mess. Anyways, folks, it's time for the JAPANews. The time of the show we talk about the latest and greatest comings and goings of Japan. Sometimes none of this stuff's related to Japan, but today actually quite a bit of it is. And James, would you mind taking this first bit of news?
Oh yes, Danny really knows me.
Yes.
What the two things I love most: Animal Crossing and mobile phone games.
Yeah.
So yeah, Animal Crossing. I'm gonna kill you, Danny.
Yep. You're welcome.
Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Complete is now coming out. It's a paid version of the free-to-play bullshit that was available. It's half off right now. So in Japan, it's 980 yen. In the US, it's $9.99, $10. And it will be like that until the end of January, and then it'll go to full price. So whatever. What is that? 2,000 yen, $20.
Right.
But it was always free to play. So what do you mean by going back to full price? Because
No, I mean going back to because right now it's an early adopter price or something like that. The real retail price is like $20, right? And then in Japan it's like 2,000.
Is this the first time this has ever been released? Pocket Camp Complete. That's brand new.
Yes.
So it's brand new, and they released it at half price. And they said,
brand new. It's all the content from the game. Yeah. It's over for like the past like 7 years, but yeah.
Sorry if you spent $75,000 across the last 5 years, but now you all wasted your life because now you can get it all for $10.
Well, not only that, you could pay $10 and then transfer the rest of your stuff that you had in that game over to this.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but real talk, like when you're playing like a free-to-play game, I have never spent as much money as some people probably have, but you never know that they're going to release something like this. So it's like if you're getting some enjoyment out of it, great. If you're spending like tens of thousands of dollars on it, you might want to get some help. And maybe you're loaded. I don't fucking know. Do whatever makes you happy, I guess. But
good luck to you.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can say.
Good luck to you all.
Oh, you look like you have something to say.
Who, me?
No. Yeah, I'm joking.
I love mobile gaming.
Yes, I know.
Love taking my mom's credit card and running up $50,000 for gotcha pull.
Right. Lemonade did actually he commented on, hey, there is a mobile game that's coming out that he is interested in. He said, speaking of phone games, Infinity Nikki. Yes. Okay, shit. I don't even know what that is now. Okay, launches tomorrow. Okay. I thought it was a Nikkei game.
Nope.
Okay.
Balls has nailed it. Death to mobile gaming.
There it is.
So say we all.
Yep. I will say, playing a couple of things on Apple Arcade, the game, the cards.
Boloxo,
yes. I know it's not that. Anyways, it is kind of nice if you have like some kind of an outer controller. Otherwise, some of the stuff just sucks. But
some of the stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Ty, would you mind taking the next bit of news?
Let's see. Oh, yes. Palworld. We were just talking about it. So there's a special collaboration coming to Palworld. Not Dave the Diver. Not Dave the Diver. That would be funny, but it's Terraria.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Yes. So there's we don't have any details, but yeah, it's happening in 2025. So I guess we're going to get some Palworld in Terraria or some Terraria in Palworld or both.
Yeah. So I thought that was just wild. And, like James kind of like joked around a little bit about too, but I mean, this is a company that's, in a lot of like legal trouble, legal battles and stuff like that. Ty seems to think it's not going to be a big deal. I don't know either way. Honestly, whatever. But it's interesting. Just like, cause it was like the big update kind of came out, the news about that. And they said, oh, by the way, there's this collaboration thing that we're going to be doing too coming in 2025. It's like, okay, well, maybe they know something that we don't, or maybe they're just trying to get all this stuff out so people will get mad if it gets deleted, so.
Yep.
Hopefully.
I don't think it's going to get deleted.
Yeah. 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 Balls too. Wasn't Palworld supposed to be sued out of existence? Well, it's supposed to be, but it's not.
Yeah.
So.
Did I tell you guys my theory about the reasoning behind the legal action against Palworld by Nintendo?
No, maybe you have, but let's hear it anyways. If we
all right.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I don't know, like 15 years ago or some shit when Nintendo sued Prima Publishing. the company that puts out all the strategy guides they try to sell you at GameStop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they sued Prima Publishing over like, hey, you're using a lot of our copyrighted stuff in your guides there, champ. But what happened by the end of the lawsuit is they dropped or they reached a settlement, and then they actually partnered to make guides. So I kind of wonder, maybe Nintendo is trying to strong arm these guys into a working relationship.
I'd say the only thing that would keep it from that is, I mean, you obviously played the game more than I have. I played absolutely none of it, but it's pretty violent though, right?
Yeah. But I mean, maybe they'll say, hey, how about this? Just like fucking drop support for your game and come work for us and make a new game.
Oh, like that type of thing. Okay. Not like let's co-publish this.
No.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking like maybe it's a strategy that has worked for Nintendo in the past. Yeah.
It is a Japanese company. I mean, Nintendo's not known to, snap up companies like financially, but they do partner with a lot of companies to do a lot of different things.
Yeah. Balls.
Yeah.
Nice comment. It's
my
saying how much
comment
these
is
look like Pokemon. Yeah. Yo, and like when you play the game, it's like, a lot of things look exactly like Ark, the survival game, like the way the towers and shit are set up. And it's like, there are zero original things in this game. I'm just gonna tell you. It's just a combination of things that work well together. That's really fun. None of it is original. I think it's good, but I don't think any of it is original at all. It's 100% stolen concept, possibly put together in a fun way.
Sure.
Yes.
Original game, do not steal. Yeah.
Original game, do not steal.
The game.
It's just Ark with Pokemon in it.
Yeah.
That's all it is. There's no additional thought whatsoever.
Yeah. Balls, probably one of the most successful IP thefts in history.
Hell yeah. All right.
The calls were coming from within the house.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's put some Terraria and see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there are a couple different little bits of news here. I'll take this next one. Yeah, I thought I had some like visual stuff prepared for this, like a video, but I do not. But if you guys are fans of Tetris 99 or just Tetris in general, good news. Good news, everyone. Well, on Friday, there's going to be a new Tetris Maximus Cup featuring the 40th well, it's the 40th anniversary of Tetris. As a lot of you guys know, Tetris Forever is out. But the NES version of Tetris is going to be highlighted during the upcoming Tetris Maximus Cup that's coming up on Friday. That'll be running until Tuesday. Check your local Nintendo social media post for times.
But Tetris is it on the NES app?
So that's another part of this as well, because the NES version of Tetris, the one that was developed by Nintendo, is coming to the Nintendo Switch Online NES app and Famicom app on December 12th. Interestingly enough,
are they different as well?
Well, okay. So what they're releasing is a Nintendo developed version of Tetris, which came out in 1989. It was only available in Europe, maybe Australia, and North America. It did not release in Japan. Japan's Tetris, which actually I have right here, coincidentally.
Of course you did.
Kind of a red box. Kind of interesting. This was made by a company called Bulletproof Software, I think. Yeah, Bulletproof.
Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the Game Boy. Yeah.
No, this is the Famicom.
No. I'm saying Bulletproof Software is when you load up Tetris, Game Boy Tetris. That's what it says.
Oh, okay.
So it's the same developer or same publisher?
I don't know. At any rate, the version that's on the NES, because it's a really weird type of thing, because Ty knows this. I think we've talked about this. There was Atari had their own other company to release games, as Konami did a similar thing too. Konami released games and Ultra released games. Atari had a label. Then they also had Tengen. Or Tengen. I've never actually heard it actually pronounced out loud, but and also the weird thing about these weird black carts that Atari made, they kind of tried to circumvent a lot of things with the NES. I know Ty knows a little bit more about this than I do, unless I'm wrong.
Yeah. So, yes, the unauthorized black cartridges are fun.
Yeah.
I think that was covered in the book Game Over or something, but they used a roundabout hacky way to get by the NES boot protection.
Yeah. Yeah, and
there was Tengen Tetris, which is different from NES Tetris. Yes, there was that whole thing where the Russian government licensed Tetris to like 2 different companies at the same time.
Yeah. Yep. And that's also in that Tetris movie that came out last year or whatever. They talk about kind of like, meeting Yamauchi and stuff like that. Which is, it's a cool movie. I really enjoyed that one actually. And for an example of James, I think you're muted there, bud.
It's very Hollywood, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
With the Tengen license stuff, I mean, I have coincidentally a baseball game, same type of deal. And they have these, and actually this
somehow gets baseball into a Tetris.
Yes, it wasn't intentional. It was not my plan. I swear to God.
What an asshole!
This, I think Balls sent me this a few years ago. Thank you, Balls.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Balls.
But it's interesting because, these carts are black, completely different from regular.
Wow.
Right.
NES
they have a unique shape to them.
Yeah, exactly. Because the NES ones are like the stickers like reverse, right? This is upside, would be kind of upside down, if you will. So pretty interesting.
Yeah. Do us a favor. Show us the underside of the cartridge.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's see. That's kind of neat. Yeah.
Yeah, because they 2 different little finger places and stuff like that, whereas the regular NES ones have just like one little kind of rest or whatever to kind of like put your fingers and stuff to pull out the cart.
No Nintendo seal of quality, but they do have that Tengen seal of quality.
They do. Yeah, they do.
That's amazing.
So it's interesting, but complicated release history. I might have got a couple of the facts kind of mixed up there too, but I think I got them straightened out in the article I put on the Famicast website, so you could check that out if you want to fact check that. But anyways, the point is there is going to be a Tetris Maximus Cup coming up this Friday featuring the Nintendo developed version of Tetris.
Nice.
And then then the NES version of Tetris is coming out to Nintendo Switch Online all over the world. Even in Japan, they're going to have that version there. So it's going to be interesting because I don't think there's maybe there's none of like the NES games on the Famicom app just yet. So it'd be kind of cool to see some North American box or something like that.
They did one, didn't they?
Did they?
I think Danny, we even might have played it, or like in our Famicom series. Like, what was that adventure game?
Star Tropics.
Star Tropics. Yeah, I think that was the first kind of like gaijin game on the Famicom app.
Sure. You're right. Absolutely right.
Confused Japanese people. What the hell is this shit?
Probably. Yeah.
Nintendo are very they throw any shit on the NES app now these days, don't they? Or Super Nintendo, N64. Well, actually, N64. No, I don't think they have any. They've thrown any Japanese games on N64, have they?
It's Sin and Punishment.
Oh yeah, that's on there. Yeah, untranslated. Just deal with it, nerds.
And it's weird too, the reverse of that, because Dr. Mario 64 was a North American exclusive, not available on the Japanese app. But I mean, it's not a big deal because as long as you're Nintendo
too much
Switch,
story, Danny. Too much story to translate for that. Doesn't make sense.
I think there is a story mode in that game, believe it or not. So,
of course there is.
Yeah,
amazing.
But anyways, so Tetris stuff coming up. If you're into that, awesome. I look forward to doing the Tetris Maximus Cup in that different theme.
Danny, while we're kind of like hovering around the NSO kind of topic here, I do have I just took a little clip of the Donkey Kong GB. So we can see the differences between
the Game Boy Color, three,
the regular. Yes, okay. Exactly. So just like 5-second clip, but this is the Japanese exclusive Donkey Kong GB, Dinky Kong, and Dixie Kong.
Yep.
And so when you load it up, obviously beautiful color, and then can you see on the screen here?
Yep.
Nothing is moving. Nothing is moving. You see that?
Well, I thought Dixie was moving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dixie. But look at the in the top left, the watermill.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, just look at this bit again. You see?
Yeah, I see what you're saying now.
Look at the watermill.
Yep.
Nothing moving. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Now let's load up the American Donkey Kong Land 3, like regular Game Boy version, because like we discussed, it wasn't released. The color version wasn't released. So, but yeah, we just got the the fake color on here.
Sure.
And here we go. Donkey Kong Land 3. And
yeah.
movement, a little flicker in the cave.
Sure.
Watermill moving.
Nice.
Animation.
Yeah, and like the whole river.
Yeah.
Neat.
So there you go.
Cool.
Choose your poison. Which one do you want?
Yeah, both. I mean, both are cool. And I thought the color one looked really great, but it is kind of nice seeing that animation and stuff like that.
Yeah, there you go. Next.
Yeah, before we close out the news, there's this one other thing that we're going to mention. Actually, I want to thank James for bringing this up. This is very Japan related, and this news comes to us via Nintendo Life. So, talking about a recent survey by this Japanese employment agency that tries to see what's kind of like a popular place to work and stuff like that among university students. And among the basically 5,500 people that they surveyed, Nintendo is the third most sought after employer in Japan, following like a trading firm called Itochu, and also this other company called Ajinomoto. It says biotech. They make like food and like all sorts of stuff like that.
That sounds really sinister. It's like something out of Resident Evil. Biotech company. They make soy sauce.
Man, it's like you want to get like some frozen noodles or something. It's like, yeah, man, check it out.
But they make zombies at night.
They might. We don't have the technology to know. But yeah, I think what this article says too, part of Nintendo's appeal stems from its obviously the global reputation, nearly zero employee turnover rate, comprehensive benefits that includes like high paid vacation, utilization. A lot of people take vacations and stuff like that, which is not always the case in Japan. Some robust parenting support, a unique point system for various rewards, and they're also pretty progressive with things like same-sex partnerships and stuff like that too, even in Japan, which is not normal, especially for really old ass companies. So good for them.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
good job. I wonder if that's influence from the Western side, or
maybe some things. Can't really comment on conditions.
I think there are like 3 white guys who work in Kyoto, Nintendo, aren't they? Like one of them was on the Breath of the Wild credits list.
Yeah, maybe.
Like I think we covered that story in the past, but it was like some white guy on Twitter saying
Fred
like,
"My
uncle." Yeah, it's like some 20-year-old student is like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Japan and work for Nintendo," and all the replies were like, "Lol, yeah, right, nerd." And then 5 years later, he's in the credits to fucking Breath of the Wild.
Right.
So yeah,
right.
He lived the dream.
Yeah,
nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, anyways, if you want to work at Nintendo, NCL, good luck.
Right, like us millennials can now switch from my dad works at Nintendo to my son works at Nintendo.
Yes, exactly.
my gay son works at Nintendo.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
Nice.
All are welcome.
There it is. All right, cool. Well, that is going to do it for the JAPANews. So I'm going to go ahead. Well, for video viewers, we're going to go ahead and pass things over to Ty for some anime trash. But for the audio viewers, we're going to move on to the next segment. But Ty,
come to the video version. It's exclusive.
Exclusive.
Yes. Nice. All right, so I got a whole bunch of UFO catcher trash ready to unbox. It's Christmas every day at my house.
Yeah.
All right, so as usual, I've been playing online UFO catchers. I've been hitting up Capcom, but I think Molly Online finally sent me my big package.
Okay.
As opposed to the big package I already had. All right, let's go. All right, my favorite packing material. All right, and underneath that, we have some figures or something. Who cares? All right, here we go. Let's open it up. take this bubble wrap off. We have a bunny girl.
There it is. What's her
Yes.
name? They say Mia Sakaguchi or something.
Mai Sakurajima. Yes, and this is the show that's actually about bunny girls.
Okay.
What's it called? Somebody or other dreams of bunny girls.
You've got me.
It's a thing. I haven't seen it, but I have a wall clock from this show.
Okay. All right.
It's true.
I believe you.
I'll show it to you sometime. Yes. I also got that from UFOs Catchers, as you may have guessed. All right. Next thing. I think I just saw this as an easy get by chance.
Okay.
And sniped it. Let's see what's going on here. Man, they really pack these things up tight. Oh, all right. This is a noodle stopper Hatsune Miku with like fluffy bunny ears.
Okay.
I've described it as best I can.
Yeah, sure.
It's cute. It's normal.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Right. Yes. All right. So we're 2 for 2 on bunny girls. Let's go.
Nice.
It's gonna be one of those days, I think.
Yeah. Like, yeah, where the hell's Jinsei? And Eliminate. I don't know if he's still here. Maybe he fell asleep.
Right. All right. So next, been a while, but I got a package from Tokyo Catch. Yeah. I don't play Tokyo Catch very much because it's really expensive, but there is a daily free play.
Okay.
And I had 2 free prizes that had won, and I needed to pay to get one to release the hostages, so to speak. That's a shipping policy. It's like you get free shipping, but only if you spend money.
Yeah.
Or you can not spend money and pay like $10 for shipping. So I'm like, okay, I'll win something, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I understand it from a business perspective. I mean,
right.
Club Nintendo did that for years, and all of a sudden they said, like, yeah, we need to stop doing this.
This white kid is robbing us blind.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We have a little plush toy. She look familiar? She's what's her name from Overlord?
Okay, I was gonna say this looks like it's from something that I know the title of. Okay, Overlord.
Yes. Shaltier, that's her name.
Okay. Shout what?
Yes. Shaltier, Bloodfallen. She's a vampire.
Okay. Shaltier.
Yes. Let's see what's going on in here. Yes! I've been trying to get this for so long. It's a little plush of what's
Mikasa?
her name from Shingeki. No, this is the potato girl. What's her name? Sasha Potato Head. She likes the potatoes.
Yeah, I'm getting confused with a character from Trigun that's kind of like a similar tropey kind of character. Oh my god.
Right.
It's been too long since I've seen this show, dude. Probably like a decade.
Yes, so she's the funny comedy relief character, and I love her. So on Tokyo Catch, this is like gone up on the site for like a week and then disappeared for a month. Then it's back up, then it's gone, and I've been trying to snipe it.
Does that mean someone's just sniping it when you're just not around or something, or what? Or...
No, I think what's happening is that there's like a lot of prizes they only have a few of.
Okay.
And they just kind of rotate them around. Like, I think they might have a limit on how many machines they actually have set up. I don't know.
Okay.
And like Tokyo Catch kind of strikes me as having like one of the smaller setups.
Okay.
It's gotten bigger recently, but it feels like there's like 30 to 50, maybe like 100 prizes tops on there at any time.
Okay.
Whereas like places like Molly Online and Tori about have thousands and thousands of different things, and like they have a huge warehouse.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I got her. One more thing. This is the thing I actually paid for.
Okay.
This is Albedo. She's back with like a mini dress.
Okay, I know the name, and
big boobs. Yes.
Yeah. There's that horns on her head too. That's not blonde hair.
That's right. She's kind of a monster girl, succubus, funny thing, video game character.
Gotcha.
Some bullshit, but by now you should know I picked out a few favorite characters.
Sure. You know, it's
Yep.
interesting that you're talking about the warehouses and stuff like that. Maybe I mentioned this months ago, but like one morning on the morning news, they the channel that I watched, they did visit like an online UFO catcher place, and like they went
Word?
into like the online area and stuff like that, and it was really interesting. I don't remember which company it was though, but yeah, it was
Right.
super interesting to see all like just so many systems like lined up in the cameras and like all that stuff, man.
Nice. If you find a link to an online version of that, I would love to watch it.
Yeah, I wish I remember exactly when it was. Otherwise, I probably could. But
All right, now it's kind of a big box. I think this is the one from Molly, but I might be wrong. Let's. I just tore off the label already to not dox myself.
Sure.
So
My number is 1234.
my name is Walter Hartwell White. This is my confession. Okay. So actually, I have no idea what's in here. I have no idea who sent this. This might not even be UFO catcher trash. Oh
It's my
god.
laundry.
It's like one fucking thing and a ton of packing material. What the fuck? Weird. Okay. This
Is it a Miku?
Yeah, it's a Miku.
All right.
I won this after I shipped the big thing from Molly, and this got here first apparently.
Hmm.
All right. Oh wow, it's like a fancy box with like the embossed foil on it.
Oh, cool.
All right. Nice. Yeah, it's just a fancy Miku.
Yeah, fancy figure, and then you got the fancy gold
Miku birthday 2024 amp figure flower version. Yep, and there's like the concept illustration on the side.
Ah,
Wow, this is a very very premium feeling figure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Lemonade
nice.
brings up. He said, "Hey, 2 Mikus in one show? Not bad."
Yeah, we're not done yet either. Oh, they sent me a free thing. There was another thing in the box.
Notebook.
A calendar.
Oh, nice.
Let's open it up. Let's have a look. I'm really curious now. It's been a while since I got a random extra. Remember that time the old Sega UFO catcher sent me Kit Kats? Like
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Yeah,
Here
man.
we go. And a thank you note.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm Mr.
Oh,
Sega.
okay, yeah, this is like a desktop calendar. It like folds into a little triangle shape.
Okay, for a second I thought it said 2005. I was like, wow, that is okay,
Wow.
It said 2025.
We're going back in time. Yep. Seems like a very straightforward calendar. It's it has those what do you call those? Like every day has a different vibe. It's very horoscopy.
Yeah, or like a motivational type of thing, or is it just some kind of
No, it's a very Japanese thing.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah. All right,
I have a My Nintendo calendar on my desk, so
yes. The whole year is in here. I just checked.
okay. They took out the second week of August.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, where did my big box from Molly Online go? Is it still shipping? Did they lose it?
Maybe.
Who knows? Weird that the thing I ordered first or ordered second got here first. All right, let's see. One more from Capcom. Let's see. What do we got? I think this might be the one I just got this morning.
Whoa. Whoa, that's
Yeah.
pretty fast turnaround.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I'll like click ship on like Monday. That's when the free tickets refresh. And it'll get here in time for the show.
Nice.
Well, you'll never guess what happened.
Uh-oh.
I got another bunny girl.
Damn.
Here you go.
There we go. Red, what's her name? Crybaby? What did it say on that?
No, this is Buy Cute Bunnies. That's the
Okay.
that's the series of figures.
How
This
are you spelling
is
bi, Ty?
like in bisexual.
Nice. How?
Lemonade also asks, maybe we've asked this on the show before too, but how well does Ty know the delivery driver?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
funny. The different services, the different UFO catchers use different services. Sometimes it's Cruel Nico. Sometimes it's JP Post. Sometimes it's Sagawa. Yeah, like so. I know like 3 dudes that come by all the time.
Sure.
I like Kuroneko because it's always like a cute girl in a cat costume that comes.
Shit.
I've not had such luck. It's like all it's like all OG sons.
Right.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the girl from Date Alive, which I always confuse with a video game of a similar title.
Live Alive?
Yeah.
Or Dead Alive.
Yes. So I've never seen the show. I have no idea what it's about. All I know is it has a girl with like 2 different colors for her eyes.
Okay.
Yep. She's been in UFO trash a few times over the years.
I see.
Yep. All right. I think that's everything, unless I somehow lost the big book.
I mean, dude, there's like so many boxes behind you. I'm thinking like, wait, what's anime trash and what's just packed up?
Yeah, me too. Like every time I take out all my boxes recycled, they're like immediately replenished. This one been opened. Yeah. These are all empty or refilled. Okay. So that's it for anime trash. I am still not received my big box from Molly Online. Maybe next episode. We'll see.
Okay.
All right. That's UFO trash. That was a good one if you like bunny girl figures.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I finally got the little Shaltier plush.
Yeah. All right. Well, like Ty said, that is it for anime trash. So I was going to move on to a little bit of feedback. We didn't have, I mean, unless you want to hear some like comments on baseball or basketball or something like that. But actually, James just brings this up too, something that actually Balls mentioned in the chat here. He said, you guys should go back to doing those retro reviews, like watching you two try to play those on NES games. These old NES games were hilarious. Yeah, me and James, we used to.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, James actually set up that whole.
How many did we do in the end?
We did a lot, man, especially for the Famicom. You know, we did a lot. Like over.
I remember it was up until the Super Famicom came out, and then we stopped.
Yeah,
we did all of the, not all, but almost all of the Famicom ones up to that point.
To that point, I think we started getting a little bit behind, but we were pretty good on like up to that. Was back in like 2019.
Yeah, it's all in the playlist. So yeah, just put it on playlist and put it on loop and watch it constantly, and get our get our views up, please. Thanks.
Right.
Cheers.
Right.
Somebody was saying that in Discord, right? Like,
yeah, just to be perfectly clear, look, if you guys want to watch a video that we have on the channel, awesome. I don't feel like you have to, if you want to. So
that's not the way I think. No, you should watch every single video on our YouTube channel
12 times.
on loop.
Yes.
Even when you're not at home, put it on the second device and leave it there in the corner, running all day.
One correction I wanted to make on this version of Tetris, because I was thinking like, who the hell, how does this thing work? But it literally says on the back of the box in English,
wow.
It says, Tetris licensed to Nintendo and sub-licensed to Bulletproof Software. And this is the 1987-88 release for Japan, the Famicom version. So, but different licensing stuff in basically outside of Japan. So yeah.
And that one won't be on the app, right?
This one is in Tetris Forever, actually. The Famicom version is. So
it's all Tetris, isn't it? Also bloody difference.
Yeah. But that is actually going to do it for the Famicast 282. Before we go ahead and close everything out, we're going to go ahead and give you guys our social media handles. If you want to follow us, you can. If you want to follow me personally, you can follow me at DannyBiv, D-A-N-N-Y, D-A-N-N-Y-B-I-V. Jeez, God. Ty, your name is next on the list there. Where can people find you?
Get there in the end, Danny.
Super Cat Drugs on platforms.
Yep. JC.
Family Complicated on Bluesky.
You're telling me you don't like the random porn advertisements that when you're just scrolling through Twitter?
Those are based on your browsing history, Danny.
Shit. I mean, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
burn it all to hell.
Yes. But the next episode of the show is going to be the Fammies, the last regular
Holy
episode of the year. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Should be a fun one.
The Fammies comes around faster every year, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's exactly the same each year, but
yeah, it's always going to be the second, the later December episode of the year. But I don't know about you guys. I usually don't like recording a podcast like on Christmas Eve or something like that.
Right.
So,
yep. After that, it's a long deserved break for Danny Bibbs.
I'm going to try.
Well, we might have a Patreon exclusive podcast.
Who knows? Keep that under the wraps for right now.
Yeah. Balls says, good job, boys. See what the Fammies. Yeah, man. See what the Fammies. Wear your suit. Get your tux steam ironed, cleaned, whatever.
Get your hair did.
Yep.
All that
Get
stuff.
your teeth whitened. Whatever. All that stuff.
Okay. Got to get to the dentist.
Get your enema. Yeah. Get everything out.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Okay. Well, that's going to do it for the Famicast today. Thank you guys so much for checking out the episode. Thank you guys for participating in the live chat and all that type of stuff. And we will see you at the Fammies.
Merry Christmas.
Peace, brother.
Peace.